And today is super exciting because we're here with two stars of Wynonna Earp. So we have Dominique Provost-Chalkley, who plays Waverly Earp.
Hello.
And we have Kat Barrell, who plays her girlfriend, Officer Nicole Hott.
Hello.
How did you end up working in Wynonna Earp? Wynonna Earp?
Oh, I auditioned a few times for Wynonna and for Waverly, and then I auditioned for Nicole. So just luck, just right place, right time, right role.
Yeah. And I did a self-tape, which means I just stuck the camera in my bedroom in Bristol, UK, and sent it off. I actually went up for Wynonna as well, but that was months before. Obviously didn't hear anything back, and then I got the role of Waverly, did the self-tape, thought obviously no one's going to watch this, sent it off, and then quite a long time after, there was a big break between when I sent it, and then I was having a bit of a crisis, a bit of a breakdown, thinking I was never gonna work again, and I had a big cry to my mom in the park, and then just as I finished crying, I had a phone call from my manager. Did you not know this? I was supposed to go to India to film a movie, and that was the first job I'd got in over a year and a half, and I was like, thank the Lord, I've got a job. And then I got rid of my house, I got rid of everything, I had nothing left. I moved back to Bristol because I was like, okay, I'm going to India next week, and then my flight, they called and they said, we're pushing the movie to next year. You're not going to be doing this movie. And I was just like, I've got rid of everything in London. This is crazy. And my mom said, I had no money or anything. She said, get on the next flight to Canada, because she was in Canada. She was in Montreal. So I went to Montreal. She said, just get there. We'll pay for it. We'll find a way. Because I was distraught. I was no confidence, anything. I thought I'm never going to work again. Remember when you told me to be quick? Anyway, but it's a good story. It's a good story. But then I came over to Montreal, and I was sat in Parc La Fontaine, and it was so hot, and I was I said to my mum for the first time, I fully let everything out to my mum, and I just said, I don't think I can do this anymore. I think I'm done. I'm right.
Similar for me.
I'm done.
Driving Uber.
Yeah, I remember.
I was driving Uber, and I was about to go that night to hand out beer samples at a festival with my ex. I know, and I was like, this is gonna suck. I don't want to go. I was driving Uber.
Amazing. Thanks for them, yeah. But I got so then I had a big cry. I got a phone call from my manager saying, do you know that little show Wynonna Earp? And I was like, yeah, is that the crazy vampire show that's or I didn't know, I remember it, I thought of Buffy, and I was like, yeah. And she said, they can't afford to fly you to Toronto, but aren't you in Montreal anyway? And I was like, yeah. They were like, would you mind going to meet them? And I was like, oh my God, absolutely. Yeah. And so me and my mum went home, and we were seeing how much it would cost on the train, and it was so exciting, it changed everything. And then I went there for one day, got there, met Mel, met Emily, had the best audition. We ate quiche and had a laugh. It was so fun. And that day they called me and said, would you like to go to Calgary for 5 months to film? That's just cool. That's crazy, isn't it? And it changed my life forever. I really think that had that not come at that time, I wouldn't be an actor. No way. I was done. I was done.
So I'm curious for each of you, as you were diving into your characters, were there one or two qualities that you wanted to bring, or something about the script that you latched onto? You're like, that's a key piece of who this woman is.
Yeah. That's a really interesting question. I think for Nicole, I really just wanted her confidence to shine through, especially being a gay woman. I wanted her to feel really grounded and really confident in herself. That was really important to me, that she was seen as this strong character who is very comfortable in her own skin and sure of herself.
Yeah.
And that's something I really tried to bring to her.
And how about for you, Dominique?
I think for me, what I love about Waverly the most is that she is super girly, but also really strong. And that's what I love, that, we have this vision that strong women have to be a certain way and look a certain way and dress a certain way. And actually you can be so strong and be super girly, and that's what she kind of represents. And I love her.
That. I love
Dami asks, what is your favorite...
Dami?
Yes. What is your favorite part about each other's characters?
About each other's characters?
Yes. So what's your favorite thing about Nicole? What's your favorite thing about Waverly?
I love that Waverly's fun. That she always... We are in such a shit show all the time. Everything is going to hell. literally and figuratively. And she's always so positive. Like, she always is looking for the best, or a moment to have a laugh or a joke, or to have a, you know, she's always trying to make the most of the little ounce of real normal life that we get. And that, I think, is what I love about Waverly, is she's like, this is life, I'm in it, this is my life, and I'm gonna make the best of every moment.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I would probably say that my favorite thing about Nicole is like her grounded energy, and also her morals. I think her morals are so strong. Sometimes we, you know, in life, we're all like, it can be a little confusing sometimes to really know how you feel about things. And I think that Nicole has just like such a strength, such an understanding of herself that I just wish I could have, you know.
Yeah.
She's just like, well, this is who I am, take it or leave it, you know, and that's something that I just find very admirable.
And Emily, you have tweeted that you want to, quote, make things gayer in season 2. So my first question is, how gay are they? How gay do you want it to be? Okay. It can always get gayer. Let it get gayer. Yeah. Except maybe this room. I feel like this room's pretty gay. It's pretty maxed out, but yeah. Emily Andress is a woman of her word, I would say. Yeah. So like on a scale of 1 to gay. Pretty gay.
But I do want to know about Way Hot.
Here. What? There you go. That's better.
You feel too tall?
I feel too tall.
I get it. It's because we're short.
Yeah.
I see it. Tell me about Way Hot. How much pressure do you feel about being this amazing couple on TV right now?
I don't think I feel pressure. I feel proud. I feel really proud because, of course, you know, we knew how important it was, and we tried our best to create something that was really honest and pure, and just now it's there and people can enjoy it. And so the pressure isn't so much to be these women, because we kind of already have done the filming, and we've got to that stage now. But
and I think too, if anyone feels the pressure, it would be more the writers in a way, because we're kind of the voice box through which their words come. But I would imagine as the writers, it must be a challenge to figure out what to do. That must be I mean, they're amazing. We have an incredible team. They're going to do an amazing job. I trust our team completely.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, we get to play.
We just get to enjoy it and enjoy the reaction that has been so overwhelming and beautiful, and especially meeting all these people here and seeing how much it's touched them. It's like we just get the fun part, really.
Right.
It's so good. It's literally the best thing you'll ever see in your life.
Emily's not going to say it, but we were in the room being like, it's the best.
It's like season 1 is here and season 2 is like. Like she should probably do it because she's taller, that kind of thing.
That's what they said about the Titanic. They're like, this is the best ship. You don't even look at icebergs, so just...
One more question for you guys. Obviously, this show and Way Hot as a ship has meant so much to the LGBTQ community. How does it feel to have touched a fan base like to that degree? Where, I mean, social media, you're one of the biggest ships in the world at this point.
Yeah, is that true?
That's crazy. That's crazy to hear you say that. I feel proud. Like you said earlier. I mean, I just want to do a good job.
I also just feel I'm so sorry, totally interrupted. But I also feel just really lucky and fortunate. Yeah. So it's not just about like being like, oh yeah, we've done this and great. It's like we're the lucky ones that get to do that and affect those people.
Yeah.
It's like you always want to do work that's going to affect people, and then to see this that's so important and has come at such an appropriate time, and they need it, like to be able to give them that relationship.
Yeah.
It's so overwhelming, and I just feel like I'm the lucky one.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Good answer. Yeah, absolutely.
So how weird was it to be like basically evil Waverly? Like that was so weird to watch. How was it fun to play?
I loved it so much. I loved it because it was the last thing I was expecting. When you get cast in a role like Waverly, you're like, okay, I'm going to be the bubbly, fun character, and this is going to, you know, that's going to be my my role in the show and what I bring to the show. So again, it was just like, here's a big gift, like go and play, and that's what I felt like every time I was in the scenes. It was just playing dress up and putting in contact lenses and freaking people out. You know?
Well, we touched on Waverly a little bit, but now that she's back to being herself, what can we kind of expect from her relationship with Nicole?
Ooh, well, I feel like I'm so nervous in interviews to not give away spoilers about what's about to come. But yeah, Waverly's back to being Waverly, but you know, a new version of Waverly to probably what we met in season 1. Like, she's gone on a huge journey, and she's at a very different place in her life now, which is exciting because she's, you know, truly stepping into her shoes as a woman. So I think that we will see a more passionate and different version of the relationship as it would be.
And I think like watching them try to navigate the natural change of that, of like, oh, this maybe isn't the person I thought you were at the beginning, and I'm seeing a whole different side of you, I think is really interesting to watch them go through that. And especially for Nicole, thinking, well, what if that was real? What if that was you? I think poses a lot of really big questions for her, because there were so many firsts when Waverly was Gooverly. So yeah, it definitely was a big test right at the beginning of their kind of really officially being together.
Wayhot ended things in season 2 actually on a pretty good note. So will that sort of, I mean, they went through stuff, but now they're doing good. Does that carry it all into season 3?
Absolutely. I think, man, I was just serious. I'm so scared I'm going to get fired after this. Yeah, we get to see Wayhot in a really lovely place this season. Can we not? Settled place, which I hope you guys enjoy.
It's really nice to see them kind of just a little bit more comfortable with each other, and more of there's like a family vibe about, you know, just hanging out in that Earp homestead, and it's really quite lovely.
What do you think it is about the show that connects with your audience, with your fans? Like, everyone goes crazy on social for Wayhot, so how does that feel?
Do they?
News to me.
It feels great. I mean, I think that the reason you get into being an actor is because you want to affect people in a positive way. And so when you see, especially in TV, because you're kind of acting for the crew, and it feels, you know, nobody can laugh, nobody can respond. So sometimes it just feels like you're putting your work into this big black hole, and then when you get to actually interact with these amazing fans face to face, it actually feels like you have this connection, and it's kind of why you got into it in the first place.
When did it kind of hit the both of you, just how much Nicole and Waverly mean to people?
I mean, I still can't believe that we're on season 3. Like, I haven't processed it at all, that our little show...
Yeah, when you say season 3, I'm like, are we? Wow.
It's incredible. We've come on such a journey. We always say this, don't we? But, you know, never in a million years did we think that this couple was going to gain such momentum, and that the fans were going to get behind us in the way that they did. I think there have been numerous like milestones along the way that really jump into my mind. The first one being when our characters met in the first time, and then suddenly like it exploded on Twitter, and people were talking about ship names, and I was like, wow, people really care about this. This is amazing. And that was the very first kind of taste of it. And then why don't you say about the first time we went to ClexCon? That was like the second one that we went to
ClexCon, which is a convention for basically the queer community. Mostly like actors go who play gay characters on popular TV shows or web series. And we went and we had a panel, and we walked out. We thought there was going to be like, I don't know, 75 people in the room. There was like hundreds of people, and I remember we came out and they cheered, and it was like a wave came. Yeah. And I remember like grabbing Dom's hand, and we just walked. It was the most like special and overwhelming. So surreal. And that was a moment where I was like, this got big.
Yeah. So it's almost like making up for years of negligence and apathy that came before you. That's a lot. What does that mean to you? Like, what does that responsibility mean to you? I'm consulting. How cute.
Sorry,
talk about it.
I'll go, okay. I mean, it means, first of all, and I've kind of touched on this before, but as an actor, you don't always get to see the fruits of your labor, if you will. Because you go into acting because you want to affect people, and you want to help them feel something in some way. And so to actually get to engage and see people face to face and hear stories about how the show has affected their lives or helped them or changed things, and it's so overwhelmingly positive. As someone just doing the craft, it's extremely gratifying because you think, oh, someone's appreciating the work. I'm not just acting into this black hole. So there's that. But then I think it's also, I feel extremely honored, and I've also said this before, I just feel so grateful to be a part of this. I don't feel like singular, and I just feel like a piece of this massive puzzle. I mean, look at this convention. We came here last year and it was half the size in a year. And that was the first year, and I just think, like, I feel like we're all part of a change. Like, I really feel, even looking at media this year, things are better. And we talked about this at a nice breakfast we had this morning with some fans, and I really feel like things are changing, and I feel just like we are a part of a really special time in history, and I feel very grateful to be here to experience it.
Said everything, but I feel exactly the same. For me, I think as an actor, it's the same thing as you. This is really like, I was kind of waiting for this job, because the one part of the industry that I struggle with sometimes is that, like, you don't have control over the stories that you're telling, and that's the one thing I wanted since I was a child, was to make positive change in whatever way that was. So this kind of like fell into my lap and felt so right. And the fact that we're here today, like in a room that it's not really about me, Dominique, and Kat Barrell, it's like about something bigger than that. It's about representation that you guys deserve, and that is so exciting to me. It means more than anything.
So Megan asks, what has been your favorite episode to film so far?
Out of all 3 seasons?
Sure.
You know what I really loved? I really loved the end of season 1. It was the finale of season 1. We were all together for the first time. We were at the ball. I really loved. I remember shooting that and just really loving it, because it was the first time we got to all be in the same scene together. And I remember, like, it was so gosh, retrospectively such early days, but it was just experiencing such a special thing all together in the same room. And that was before anyone had ever seen the show. So it was just kind of, it felt like our thing at that point. It's amazing, of course, to share it with everyone, because that's who we made it for, but there was that moment in time where it felt like a secret almost. Like we had all experienced this thing together, and it was like the last moment of it before it went out into the world. Yeah.
I think my favorite, a lot of my favorite stuff came in season 2. Actually, no, I really enjoyed filming season 3. Like, really, really, really enjoyed season 3. But for a very different, like on a personal journey, different place in my life, like, you know. But season 2, doing the googly stuff, like some of those scenes were so much fun, eating the lipstick and all of those random things that you just think you're never, ever, ever going to do. The spider at the end, I'm like, all of that stuff.
What was that made out of?
Oh, it was disgusting. That sticky stuff that got caught in your mouth. It was like, I don't actually know. It was like this big rubber thing, but the goo that they put on it stayed in your mouth, like, and it was grim. Everyone was like, thank you so much for doing this. I was like, no, it's fine. But you have to like get salt water to get it out.
Really?
It's real sexy, you guys.
But a definite highlight.
Highlight. But originally it was going to be a chicken leg, a raw chicken leg, which would have been worse because I'm a vegan. So I'll take a spider.
Well, they wouldn't have let you eat a raw chicken leg.
No, they'd be like, well, try and make it out of tofu. I was like, that's not going to look right. But yeah. Well, actually, the spider was originally written as raw chicken. As what? Raw chicken. What? Yeah. And it was so funny.
So they made the spider so much better.
Yeah. I could take a spider overboard. I'm a vegan, so I was like, raw chicken. But it was really funny.
Because anytime you're working with someone quite a bit, it's incredible to watch them transform into something else and just to see their skill come in, like her skill as an actress. Watch her get to pull another trick out of the bag. Same with the cheerleading and the singing that she does. I think it's just amazing. And oftentimes, because I get to play Nicole, I get to just watch. So it's pretty great. And no,
bless her. She had to watch me cheerlead for like 4 hours.
And I remember seeing you at moments get tired, and I was just like, I just try to give you this great cute. She was literally just standing there, just being.
No, she was so supportive. Like, I have to say, because I was really nervous in the cheerleading. I was like, are people gonna like it? Is this the worst thing I've ever done? Like,
there is such a love of Nicole and Waverly's relationship. Do you have any favorite moments between the two?
I loved the moment in season 1. There's a scene where Waverly is walking down this staircase, and it's just this beautiful fairy tale Cinderella moment. It was so beautiful to see this kind of classic image that I, as a young woman, grew up seeing with like a prince and a princess, and to see it be these two beautifully dressed women.
I was waiting for one of you to say, like, episode 3 of season 2, that cheerleading scene. I think I speak for the fans when I say.
Or the cheerleading scene.
Yes, it was a fave.
Yeah. That was just one where I felt so, like, I couldn't help at all. I felt so helpless, literally. And all I could do was smile at you and be like, you're doing great. Like, that's all I could do. I wanted to help so badly, or to, like, contribute in some way.
It went on for a long time.
We were shooting that a lot.
We did a lot of takes, didn't we?
We will be tweeting sci-fi asking for that footage
later. Yeah, you could just have like hours of footage of just that. I think with the singing and the dancing and stuff, because I was the only person doing it, you just feel a bit vulnerable because, you know, we're all actors and we all do that every day, but then suddenly it's like, oh, you're going to be stand on a stage in front of a bunch of extras and sing a song, and it's really nerve-wracking. So I was very nervous to see how it was going to be received, but I knew that Earpers are so supportive in everything we do, and we really couldn't have a more positive and loving fan base. So it was kind of the perfect platform to do it. And I just thank Emily now every day, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to do it.
I think you're going to start getting calls for musicals. You're going to start calling your agent and be like, we have this new musical adaptation of Aladdin.
Like, it would be fun to do a live action.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who I always thought I would be? Guess. Out of all the Disney films.
Out of the Disney films?
Like, you know, they do live actions and stuff, and they did Beauty and the Beast, and they're doing a whatever.
They did Les Mis. Can you give me a hint? Classic? Can you continue to tell me the era?
But
It's not a classic.
In my lifetime, it will
become a classic?
Not a classic, but it will go on to screen. I'm so sorry, this is taking up your
like
interview.
Frozen? Is there Frozen?
Yeah.
Anna from Frozen? Yeah, you would be great at that.
She falls over, she's quirky, she's like, hey, all the time. No?
Yeah, you'd be awesome. I could totally see that. Yeah. Oh yeah, you totally rock it.
I think for me, the protector aspect and wanting to be the one who, like, it's like, okay, I'll figure it out, it's okay, don't worry about it, is very much something I do in life that I need to try to do less of. But I think that aspect of Nicole, for sure, wanting to not have anyone else have to worry about it and just do the work yourself, I think I definitely can identify with.
Beautiful. I think for me, whether I want it or not, her like bubbly energy that is often derives from like feeling nervous and anxiety and like saying stupid stuff and then being like, what did I just say, is what I think comes out most in Waverly's kind of manner. I sometimes like accentuate that a little bit more like on set and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's what comes out in her attitude.
Like, keep your pink boots, the velvet ones. Do you think I can walk in those, Kat? Like, I literally can. I was like, okay, every time if you remember, I had a pair of Uggs next to me the entire time. Oh, wonderful. Every girl, when we shot the hockey game, every girl, there was a whole bunch of background performers, and they were all like teenagers. Every girl came up and said, "Get out your boots." Thank you.
Which is so nice because as an actor you do get worried about being pinned as the love interest and then being like, I have nothing to do other than make out with you. Not that
Which
that's
she
not
loves,
amazing.
guys.
Which I do love. No, I love. We have Dominique
We make
and I
out
like,
a lot. I really didn't realize how much we made out. We're like,
geez, we're kissing again.
Oh yeah. It just becomes normality, like classic everyday thing.
Hey, good morning. Let's go make out. But it is really nice as an actor. I have to say I'm so grateful that they gave Nicole. Also, just because I think you don't want her to just be there to be the love interest. You want to see the other side of her, and I think it's great because, you know, there's that beautiful scene with Nedley where he tells her he wants to prime her to be sheriff, and I think Nicole's reminded that somebody needs to take care of the everyday citizens of Purgatory, and I think it's beautiful that we have that balance because it was a great reminder for her that that's why she got into being a cop as the first place, and I so love being able to bring another side of her to the table.
If you could have any superpower imaginable, what would it be and why? And additionally, what would your superhero name be?
I have like the most unevolved answer. I really like oh god. I really like swimming, so I just want to be able to breathe underwater, and I would be like a swimming introvert. I know.
Please. I've always been a big fan of the sky, so you'll see.
Thank you so much for
so
saying
there we
that.
go. So I've got your back, don't worry. It's always been a toss up between flying and invisibility for me, always. But I think I'd have to go with flying just because I love the sky and I just like fly around. And maybe it'd be a unicorn because they can fly. I don't know if anyone knows, but like I like unicorn. I have no idea about the name. Anyone? Boo Boo Kitty Fluff. There you go.
I used to play a lot of basketball, and so the ball made me kind of remember. I miss those weekends of like eating McDonald's McMuffins for breakfast with my dad, who would like load me up with 3 McMuffins and be like, go play basketball.
I am nostalgic for 2 things that are coming to my head. One is going down the pub with my dad after ballet and eating pickled onion Monster Munch. Which probably none of you
brought.
Oh
You remember you
yes.
We're all like,
chip I've ever had in my entire life.
Firstly, it's not a chip; it's a crisp. Can we just? It's a crisp.
Either way, it's terrible.
They're delicious, actually.
T and many, many, many others have asked, what do you think a way hot wedding would look like?
Would they do it on the homestead, do you think?
I would goddamn hope so.
Yeah? Would you think that they would want to like go to Mexico and get us far away from everything and have like just like a completely different experience?
I think it
would be the homestead.
I think it would be the homestead, and I think it would literally be such a small wedding. I think it would just be the core peeps, you know?
I do.
Like, we would have a real pretty dress, let me tell you that for free.
Yeah.
And it would just, I think there'd be a lot of flowers, you know?
Like maybe on the homestead in the spring when the wildflowers are blooming?
Yeah.
That would be pretty.
That would be pretty.
Yeah, you're right. I completely agree with you. I think it would be on the homestead and it would be really small.
Yeah. Or Emily Andras. It could be something you just have no.
We could go to like the
Las
Vegas
or who knows?
No, warmer. Think warmer.
Yeah,
Think
yeah.
more beach.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Would
be nice.
Would be nice.
I would love like the Way Hot honeymoon episode.
But in the warmth, right? Not in the snow. Like
Yes, they go away to
definitely
Hawaii.
do not go skiing.
Yeah, they go away to Hawaii.
Yeah.
What was the process like for creating all the content for Purgatory Case Files? And to Kat Kat and Dom for creating our many beloved Way Hot video chats.
Oh, thank you.
We did those all in one day. The whole Purgatory case file we did in one day. We did, I'm trying to answer it quick. We did you were in one room, I was in
It was
another
really
room. We
weird.
did the FaceTime. We did like
She was literally right there. And we're like,
yeah. and then we went to the booth and we recorded everything. It was one like ferocious day. So I'm really glad you guys liked it. I'm really glad it went over so well.
and big shout out to Georgie because she's the most talented woman out there, and I love listening to her songs. Does everyone know who that is?
Yes, ¿sí?
She knows more. She knows more.
No necesita la bolsa, gracias. Or that's like a good one because I'm an eco, but it means I don't need the bag. Thank you.
Oh.
El corazón, mi corazón. Te quiero mucho. I know a bunch of stuff.
You know, buenos dias. I know that one. That's not a phrase, that's like one word.
To be fair, like my mum lived in Madrid, so I had to know a little bit to go and wander Madrid.
So thank you again so much for coming in today. We are so excited for season 3. Don't forget to tune in to the premiere on Sci-Fi, 9 p.m. on Friday night.
Woo, Friday. See you guys there. Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye.